the Chamber has made us the voice of business in this community. Our members gather to design the Chamber's program of work, and through committee workshops, they focus on the most substantive issues facing South Florida. This year, they wrestled with a wide range of issues. And of course, our biggest issues carry over from year to year. Top of the list this year was transportation. Last year, the Chamber partnered with Miami-Dade County on a transportation summit to bring together people with knowledge, ideas, and solutions. One idea was to look at Denver's success story. The Chamber jumped on the idea and coordinated a trip to Denver. South Florida officials and business leaders examined the mile-high city solutions and brought the message back home. Throughout the rest of the year, the Chamber kept the pedal to the metal on transportation issues. We formed a coalition with several groups to speak with one voice on this critical issue. We brought together local stakeholders at a meeting with the county. With strong support during the Tallahassee fly-in, we kept our focus on solutions to bring Tri-Rail into downtown and all aboard Florida's new Miami Central Station. We held a special session with Commissioner Ken Russell, focused on solutions to traffic in the downtown core. And we put the spotlight on creative solutions, like the Underline that will transform space under Metro Rail to encourage bicycle and pedestrian alternatives to cars. The Chamber continued its focus on sea level rise. We know it's not if the water will rise, but when and by how much. We also know the rising seas will bring new business opportunities for our members. So we educated members on the challenges created by rising waters at the Sea Level Rise Solutions Conference, featuring Miami-Dade County's Resilience Director and a host of experts from across the Eastern Seaboard. We partnered with our community's largest economic engines, Miami International Airport and Port Miami. Miami Airport Director Emilio Gonzalez spoke to our trustees about the unique opportunities on the horizon for MIA as a gateway to the Summer Games in Brazil, and its success as the first pharma hub in the U.S., second only in the world. It was a strong year for China in the Chamber. Port Miami welcomed a delegation from Qingdao, China's sailing city. The Chamber was presenting host. We welcomed the Houston-based Consul General of China and his delegation. We planted seeds about a permanent office here. We added a Chamber Asia task force and returned to China and Hong Kong, participating in the Hong Kong Business Forum. As the business organization with the largest program of work for international issues, the Chamber was busy welcoming official delegations from around the world. We hosted 2 White House briefings on the importance of the Trans-Pacific Partnership and met with representatives from Turkey, Algeria, Africa, Canada, Belarus, Argentina, France, and Spain. The Chamber created a Cuba cabinet that offered a rich balance of opinion and monitored issues on the renewed relations between the two countries. The Chamber's relationship with the more than 100 consular and trade representatives in Miami continues to flourish. Another international element that is growing is the Miami Free Zone number 32. Located in Doral, the Chamber has held the license to the zone since the 1970s. Speaking of zones, frequent trips to the End Zone were on the minds of those at our annual Meet the Dolphins luncheon. A long-standing tradition, the Chamber brings the team, coaches, and fans together to anticipate the new season. Another sports fan favorite returned. The legendary Chamber Sports Hall of Champions inducted top local athletes on the diamond at Marlins Park. Heat legend Dwayne Wade, golf's Jack Nicklaus, tennis star Chris Everett, and baseball's Woody Woodward. Tennis player Martina Navratilova also joined us. Tony Segreto emceed, and the panel discussion with these top athletes was one for the record books. As always, the Chamber celebrated the success of local businesses, industries, and individuals with its full slate of awards programs, showcasing the talent, performance, and innovation that's alive and well in South Florida. We celebrated top entrepreneurs, nonprofit programs, young professionals, business sectors like real estate, healthcare, technology, human resources, and individuals with awards that reflect the legacy of pioneers Alva Chapman, Athalie Range, and Henry Flagler. We awarded businesses that have excelled from good to great, and leaders that continue to demonstrate that Miami is a global community. And our most prestigious accolade, Sand in My Shoes, presented since 1981, was a terrific celebration of Patricia and Philip Frost, who have provided support for the Frost Art Museum at FIU, the new Frost Science Museum, and the Frost School of Music at the University of Miami. The Chamber's monthly trustee luncheons spotlight the issues South Florida businesses want to hear and speakers they want to see. From our economic summit with Juan Acosta of Viacom on the growth of broadcasting, to a reflection of the Pedro Pan years by History Miami's Jorge Zamanillo. We heard about the FBI in Miami, National Hurricane Center, and John Zogby's political polling insights were just a few of the highlights of the speakers lineup that make our trustee luncheon one of the top business venues in the country. And of course, each July, in concert with the celebration of our national birthday, we honor our military and continue to recognize those who have served our country on Memorial Day and Veterans Day. Plus, we held programs to connect veterans to our community and help them find jobs. As the voice of business in South Florida, the Chamber was active in support of critical member issues during our Washington, D.C. fly-in. Closer to home, the Chamber joined forces with the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau, the Beacon Council, and others to advance the legalization of ride-sharing services. In fact, the Beacon Bureau and Chamber have never been closer as partners for the betterment of our community. And speaking of partnerships, the Greater Miami Chamber and the Greater Fort Lauderdale Chamber agreed to explore creating an entity that would focus on regional issues. This is your chamber. It should serve your needs, and you should feel like a valued member. That's why we added a customer care committee to up our game and provide a world-class member experience. We also promised to show you the results. In addition to creating a dashboard of key performance indicators to ensure we stay financially strong, we did our first ever mid-year and year-end goals reports to hold ourselves accountable to actually accomplish all we set out to. To ensure we stay relevant and continue attracting new members, we conducted our first ever non-member survey to help the Chamber stay in tune with our fast-changing business community. We continued taking our Chamber Connection networkers and Bagels with the Boss orientations to the places where member businesses are located. The Chamber's Foundation launched its first standalone website and announced a new youth scholarship program in the name of Carlos Arboleda Jr. This was a record-setting year of participation and accomplishments for the Chamber's Leadership Miami and Youth Leadership programs. Leadership Miami teams helped 8 nonprofits through their community service projects, while Youth Leadership Miami awarded scholarships to the top 3 senior participants. While Senior Executive Orientation welcomed new business leaders to South Florida, and Hype Miami attracted the young professionals, both enjoyed a rich variety of programs to help them create lasting business connections. We partnered with the Miami Herald to bring the Chamber's leadership groups together with the leaders featured in Business Monday's CEO Roundtable. Speaking of leadership, did you know the Chamber holds over a half-dozen board positions in organizations such as the School Board, Miami River Commission, and the Homeless Trust? That ensures the voice of business is heard. Your Chamber was honored by the Hispanic Business Initiative Fund for its promotion of Hispanic entrepreneurship. Promoting business. That's what the Greater Miami Chamber is all about. South Florida is the global capital for entrepreneurship, not only for startups, but scale-ups. And of course, we remain the home for multinational businesses. And as the voice of South Florida business, the Greater Miami Chamber is the catalyst for dialogue, creative solutions, and consensus building. It's members like you that look to the Chamber to build your brand, grow your business, and make an economic impact in our community. In the year ahead, thousands of Chamber volunteers will create a domino effect of action. Be one of them.